It is what it is, bro. That's how life goes.
You just flip a switch and just... What is up, guys? Welcome back to another video. If you guys are new to the channel, this is my 2021 Subaru WRX. Now, we got this car back in November and we literally have done so much to it already. I've done a video recently on basically everything that I've done to the car and the cost that it cost to build the car, and I'll put the link for that video down below. But something that I never actually covered was whether or not I like my WRX. And you'd assume that, yeah, because I bought this car, I like it. And though I do love my WRX, there are a couple things that I don't exactly like about my car. So keep in mind that this is a 2021 Subaru WRX base model, meaning it doesn't come with all like the fancy other stuff that the premium and the limited edition would come with, especially the STI. Now, I wouldn't consider this car to be in the same category as the STI, as they're like two literally different cars. They just have the same body. You know, this has the F820 turbo and the STI has the EJ25. But yeah, this car being a base model, it does lack some things and other features that the other trims of the WRX have. And for a car that averages about 30K MSRP, it kind of sucks that it lacks these certain features. So today I'm going to be talking about the 5 things that I love about my 2021 Subaru WRX and the 5 things that I hate about this car as well. So as much as I'd love to talk to you guys about what I love about this car, let's go start off with what I hate. So the first thing that I hate about my 2021 Subaru WRX are the details. And no, I'm not talking about like the body lines and other stuff like that. I'm talking about like the features that this car comes with from the factory. So to start this one off, the main thing that I hate the most about this car is there's no freaking trunk button, guys. Now keep in mind, this is a base model. I'm pretty sure the other trims like the premium, the limited, come with the trunk button, but this one doesn't. So whenever I want to open my trunk, I gotta literally, you know, press the key, or I gotta go inside and actually press the freaking trunk button, which literally sucks. And you guys probably might already know this one. The next thing that I hate about the features of this car is, well, you still have to turn the key. Like, I know a bunch of people that, you know, they're like, oh, you know, I love having a key where I can turn it because, you know, it makes me feel like I have a connection with the car. Bro, that's just so dumb. Every single car needs to have the push button start. Like, stop using these keys, bro. Literally, my $9,000 2016 base model Nissan Altima had a push to start button, okay? It was a base model, keep in mind, and it was an Altima. I just don't understand what Subaru was thinking, you know? Like, it's actually really super annoying because I clip my keys to my pants. So every time I get into my car and I want to drive, I gotta, you know, undo it. And sometimes it gets stuck and then I gotta find it. I'm scratching up the plastic and everything. So yeah, the key, it sucks. And a lot of you WRX owners probably might be able to relate with me on this. But so my car is warm, right? And I started it. The idles are under 1K RPM, right? Like how it should be when the car's warm. Well, let me tell you something, guys. Before I got on this whole tune by Ambot, when I still was on the factory tune and even on the COBB tune as well, even if the car's like fully warmed up, you turn it off for like the slightest millisecond and you turn it back on, the car is gonna high idle again. And I don't know if you guys are okay with driving with high idle, or you just like don't care, you wait for it to drop. It gets really mad annoying because like pretend you're gonna stop by somewhere, you turn your car back on after like 10 seconds of not being in your car, and your idles are up there at like 1300 RPM. It takes a while for it to drop also, and that's super annoying for me being the type of person that doesn't drive unless their idle is under 1000. Gladly with my Ambot tune that fixed that issue. Another thing that I hate about this car is, well, well, this car is pretty sensitive. Subarus are notoriously known for having like motor issues and stuff like that. This car literally needs a tune for everything. And I thought when people used to tell me that they were just like bluffing or like over exaggerating, but no, you literally need a tune for everything. It's not like your average, you know, 2016 Nissan Altima where you could just like slap cold air intake and it just makes cool sounds, you know? You know, a lot of people will be like, oh, you know, you can put an intake on your car, but you know, it won't be effective unless you tune it. At least you have the option to put the intake on your car without tuning. But however, this doesn't exactly work for the WRX. For literally anything that you touch on this car or any small thing that you do, it needs a tune. If you change your cold air intake, you need a tune. If you don't get a tune, oh man, you better start praying that nothing happens to your car, because I promise you, dam will drop or something will occur. If you guys are an OG subscriber, you may know that when I got this car, I got a resonator delete for my WRX, and the resonator that I deleted was the little boxy resonator on the downpipe. And I'm used to just deleting things, you know, because I'm coming from other cars that I used to modify, and I would just like get like resonator delete, muffler deletes. Nothing would occur. It wouldn't affect the performance at all. But you know, since the resonator was part of the downpipe, it requires a tune, because whenever you touch the downpipe on this car, it always needs a tune. Anyway, I removed that resonator from my downpipe, and let's just say the car wasn't working right. My dam reading was going as low as like 0.558. I have no idea what the numbers were, but whatever that range was, and it was just absolutely terrible. I know that there are a couple things that you can put on this car without doing a tune, like a bypass valve. For the most part, you need a tune for everything that you do on this car, which kind of sucks because tuning is a lot of money. Back when I had my COBB tune, if I put gas from a bad gas station, my dam would drop. And the dam drop was actually one of the main reasons why I decided to go with like an actual tuner, which is why I went with AMBOTTUNING. This isn't your average like BRZ 86 where you could just throw like catless downpipes or like throw on some headers without a tune and everything will be okay. No, this car without a tune will most definitely not be okay. So this is an all-wheel drive car. And obviously you don't need a tune for freaking all-wheel drive. But anytime that you make adjustments for the suspension on this car, you will need an alignment. And I'm gonna put alignment part with this whole tuning part, which sucks about this car, about how sensitive it is. If you make any adjustments to the suspension, which will slightly adjust like the toe, I promise you, you will have a bad experience. For example, let's say your toe in the rear is positive and then your toe up front is negative. I promise you, you will hydroplane, especially on the freeway. Take it from my experience. But yeah, to sum this up, if you want an intake or a downpipe, you will need a tune. Your car needs proper air-fuel ratio adjustment or else it will drive like absolute dog poop. On top of that, you will also receive some terrible feedback from your ECU. I should have included this when I talked about the features of the vehicle, but the stock shifter icks me so much that I'm making its own category for this video. Like, you guys probably might not be able to tell on video, or if you could tell on video, then that's just really sad. But this shifter belongs in a Camry. Like, bro, every WRX should come equipped with a short shifter. They have like those packages where like a WRX could come with like an STI short shifter. And nonetheless, the STI short shifter isn't even short, bro. It's literally like what? Like less than a quarter inch of shortness, like 0.12 inches shorter. My friend who has a WRX has an STI short shifter inside, and it literally still feels long. It just feels more notchy. If Subaru's gonna be making short shifters, at least make it short, bro, where it could just be like, rup, rup. I know that they have the billets work short shifter, and I'm probably gonna be looking to do that very soon. I just know that the process for installing these is a pain in the butt. I'm so over the place, but I'm also gonna add about the factory tune on this vehicle. And what sucks about the factory tune is how the RPMs and like boost dies after 4K. And no, it's not just a me issue. This literally is an issue like all over like forums and everywhere. It's like you're driving and you're like rup, rup, rup. And right when you hit 4K RPMs, it's like you basically hit redline and all the power just like cuts off. And it bothered me so much, I literally spent $600 just so I could get like an OTS tune from the COBB Accessport to fix that issue. The next reason why I hate my 2021 Subaru WRX is, well, it's such a common car. Like, I promise you, everywhere that you go, every car meet that you will be going to, you'll see at least 10 of these in the parking lot. I guess that's a good thing because it means it's a good car, but it just sucks having the same car as everyone because, you know, you're not really anything special. And for the last reason of why I hate this car is, well, I'm gonna keep it pretty short, is this car sucks on gas. Like, I get it's like a turbocharged car, but for the amount of like power this car has, MPGs literally suck booty hole. For being less than 300 horsepower and less than 300 pound-feet of torque, well, the MPGs are a flop in my list. You know, there are faster cars with better fuel efficiency than this car. Now, I've been speaking way too much crap about this car, let's go talk about the 5 things that I love about my 2021 Subaru WRX. I know this car has less than 300 horsepower, which is slow. This thing it's quick. Did I say it's the fastest car? Definitely not, but it is quick. It has enough power to literally put your head back in your seat. This car gets you going, and from factory, this car has an excellent turbo sound from the exhaust and nice induction noises from the intake. When I was test driving this car and I heard the that's how I knew that this car was the one. The bypass valve I just made was super like exaggerated, but you can hear it. You can definitely hear it. It's just very quiet, but it's enough for you to be able to hear it, especially to the untrained ear. The next thing that I love about this car is that there's literally parts for this car everywhere. On every single website that you will go to, there are like a billion things available for this car. The aftermarket scene for this car is literally extremely crazy. A bad thing, I would say, because like you spend so much money, but obviously, yeah, it's a good thing because there's so many parts for your car. The next thing that I love about my 2021 Subaru WRX are the WRX backfires. And I'm being serious. I'm pretty sure all of you guys have heard of WRX, you know, go pop, 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 pop. Like it pops from factory. The WRX actually pops more when I have the factory tune versus being tuned on like an OTS tune or with like, say with my Ambot tune. With the stock mufflers, it pops. Like you can hear it. Like you just rev up, it goes boop, 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 boop. Sounds super restrictive, but you know what I mean. And when you throw an axle back or like a muffler delete, muffin delete on this car, it'll probably get you in trouble. But hearing those backfires whenever you're upshifting or downshifting or just revving, it's what makes this car super duper worth it. Now, the next thing that I love about my WRX is, excuse my car, it's really dirty. I haven't gotten in the car wash yet, is the spacious interior. Now, I'm coming from my past cars that was a 1990 Toyota Celica Coupe, which was super small, and coming from a Nissan Altima, which is supposed to be like a big size like sedan. This is a sedan as well, and this is like 10 times bigger than my Altima. Like the headroom from like your head to the ceiling is like super massive. I'm like 5'8", guys, I'm pretty short, but there's like so much space between my head and the ceiling where like a 7-foot guy, okay, probably not a 7-foot guy, but you know what I mean, like a really tall guy could like sit here and he wouldn't be bothered at all. Pretend I scooted the chair up forward for like a normal person. This is how much like space you would get, and it's a bad thing because then I throw all my junk back there because I'm like, oh, there's so much space, and I could just... So no doubt this car could be a family car for you. Now, being on air suspension and some stretch tires that have a 215 width, the car handles extremely well for the setup that it's on. But when I had the stock tires that had like what, 245s? Were they 245s? Something like that. And with the stock struts, this car handles this Togue like an absolute dream. Like you guys just saw me driving here and I was like super careful and going like super slow because like of course my setup, I'm probably gonna get rid of those wheels and get some, I don't know, some monoblocks with like meaty tires on, to be honest. What I'm really trying to say is that this car handles extremely well, to the point where I probably want to get some coilovers and some like nice meaty tires so I could do like a nice track setup with this car. And then maybe just like transfer these bags to like a different project car, you know? I don't know, guys, just a thought. Yeah, sorry for these are tire shavings. Yeah, that's why my finger's black. But yeah, guys, hopefully you guys found this kind of helpful on the 5 things why I love this car and the 5 things of why I hate this car. Let me know in the comment section down below what you love about your WRX and what you hate about your WRX.
I was in the wrong gear. I was gonna go all the way down.
But they all know where to get it from.
Yeah, guys, so Andrew just picked up a C5. Oh, it's so crazy. I really want one. Look at this, man. So sick. It's like an American like RX-7 FD, you know? Hey! That thing is so sick. Oh my gosh. Reminds me how much I miss having like a space coupe. Guys, I'm out here with Ian right now and look at the sky. Oh my gosh, guys, look at the sky. It looks so crazy. What are your thoughts on this guy, Ian?
What's it look like that? It's
Honestly,
midnight,
yeah,
bro.
the current state of our economy right now, I don't think this guy should be
Economy?
acting up like this.
Bad society.
Yo, look at this guy. This looks so crazy. Oh my gosh. I honestly think that's just light pollution from the prison on the other side.
There's a prison there.
Yeah, but it's pretty sick. I just want to thank you guys if you made it to the end of this video. The garage is super dirty because Ian was here last night and you know how it goes. I just got a new job and I work almost every single day, so it gets kind of tricky for me to edit the new videos. But nonetheless, I still want to post videos for you guys. I post a lot of my WRX content on my Instagram. So if you guys are, missing the WRX a little bit and you want to check it out, go check up on my Instagram. I'll put my username in the description down below. But yeah, I really wanted to add some more videos to this week's upload, but my computer started acting up, so I'm gonna have to save that for the next video. It's almost summer, guys, meaning it's getting hotter and hotter and hotter. Make sure you guys are drinking your apple juice, your orange juice, spinach juice, your water, and all the other good liquids that you guys can think of. Just make sure you guys stay hydrated so that you guys can keep on watching the uploads. Nah, but for real, until the next one, I will see you guys. Keep it real, stay hydrated, and have fun, guys. I'll see you later. Peace.